What is up, car addicts? In this video I'm going to be giving a guide for this week's normal time trial, RC Bandito time trial, and the premium race totaling over $300,000. Remember, the time trials can only be completed once a week for the full $100,000 payout. The premium race, however, can be completed in a limited amount of times with a 48-minute cooldown between each win. Also keep in mind that rocket-powered / flying vehicles cannot be used in time trials. So starting off with the time trial this week, which is Route 68, I highly recommend either the Pariah, Italy GTO, Devest 8, Emirates, Krieger, Hakachu Drag, Shotaro, or a Baddie 801 for this time trial. Now this time trial is mainly top speed based, however it is not a straight line, so a car with decent handling is needed as well. Now in general, you should be able to complete this time trial with most cars that have a top speed over 124 miles an hour roughly. As always, I will be attempting to use either the casino podium vehicle or the prize ride of the current event week on these time trials if they're quick enough to complete them. So for this event week, we have the Jester RR as the prize ride and the Electro on the casino podium. Now the Electro is laughably slow with a top speed of only 109 miles per hour, so that one has no chance of beating this time trial. However, the Jester RR with a top speed of 125 miles an hour does. So I decided to give it a shot with my fully upgraded Jester RR, and to clarify, this is with normal tires and normal stance. Moving on to this week's RC Bandito time trial, which is Cypress Flats. As always, you need to own an RC Bandito in order to participate in these. So this RC time trial is pretty difficult because of all the high speed sections it has and the tight areas as well. So for this one, what you want to do is let off the throttle for a few seconds before each high speed corner, and then get back on the throttle again once you are around the corner and have the Bandito pointed straight. Also, when you're approaching curbs and sidewalks, to avoid the Bandito going on two wheels and flipping, make sure to let off the throttle before those curbs or sidewalks and then get back on the throttle again after you're over them. And in the lower speed corners, what you want to do is make sure to brake and take it slow. And of course, when you use those brakes, make sure to press them in about halfway, not all the way, or you might lose control of your Bandito. And lastly, we have this week's premium race, which is Boots on the Ground. This one is restricted to the motorcycles class. I highly recommend either the Hakuchu Drag or Shotaro for this race. Now this one is mainly top speed around the military base with 2 high speed corners. The Shotaro is pretty dominant for this one because it doesn't have to slow down as much for the corners as the Hakuchu Drag does. So ultimately, I recommend the Shotaro the most for this one if you happen to have one. If you don't have a Shotaro, the Hakuchu Drag is obviously a good alternative, but you do have a chance of losing depending on whether or not you have decent racers and Shotaros. And that's it, guys. A normal time trial is pretty easy in general if you use a vehicle with a good top speed. The RC time trial is pretty difficult if you've never done it before, so just make sure to let off the throttle for the high speed turns and brake for the tighter corners. And this week's premium race is very easy if you use the Shotaro. Again, remember guys, you can earn over $300,000 between the 3 this week, and setting yourself to go to beat them is always a lot of fun in my personal opinion. Let me know which one you found most difficult and what vehicles you used down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.